Hello, YouTubers and all those who happen to watch. I hope you all are doing quite well. So, I normally don't do videos like this, and it's honestly something I observe with a grain of salt more than anything else in particular. So, we went to Target. Me and my mom, we're just going to Target, just doing whatever. I'm there to shop. And my mom's there to go do her own shopping. So we go through there, we get our stuff when we leave. So we're in the checkout lane, and this woman with about 2 kids in the carriage, one standing up in the carriage where you would put your items in, which is, of course, I would consider illegal by the store's standards. Anyway, she has no control over her kids. Actually, no, I meant it was a little girl, a younger boy, and the older boy who was sitting in the seat. So this woman was on odds end, right? She was just, looked like her blood vessels in her head was gonna pop. Get in the seat, or in the infant seat there, and the where the handles would be. The kid was kept on trying to get out, and the woman was just like, "God damn it," and her brain is about to pop. Generally, I keep bringing this up, but it's just the fact that I cannot forget it, because it was quite interesting. She also was pregnant, mind you. She looked like she was about 8 or 9 months into it. Don't ask me how I know. It's just generally after so many times seeing a pregnant woman and some other woman tells you how far along she is, you can generally scale it from that point on, or that the woman really let herself go. So she was Middle Eastern. She was a good looker. She was really pretty. And at the same time, she looked like she was just ready to rip the fucking kid's head off. So she just leans over to the kid and really bluntly says, "You're starting to really piss me off." She just tells the kid this. Takes these sandals, which of course she was going to buy for the kid, I believe, because the kid had the pair of the sandals on. I didn't notice there was a string between them, so as soon as she took them off, I realized that she was paying for these. I guess the kid probably took them out of the carriage, put them on, I don't know. Or she put it on for the kid so that way he didn't get out of the seat. But I don't know. I really don't know at this point how the hell she handled that situation. So, looking at her outfit, obviously she's traditional to her culture. All the power to her. She's wearing very, very fancy jewelry, too. I noticed that. She had a really nice jade necklace and all this. And she looked like she was up in the world. So, she goes to checkout lane, and to pay for the food fragments in her carriage, she uses a EBT card. Now, I'm looking at all this jewelry she's wearing, looking at how she's dressed and everything, and she, has obviously the veil over her head. I guess to protect her from the sun, or whatever the customs may be. And so I'm sitting there scratching my head going, what the holy hell? And again, I usually don't have any fragment in my brain whatsoever when it comes to anyone who is an alien in the United States of America. I am very open to cultures. I'm very open to all that. I can respect every single culture out there. Exception to the ones who eat people. Those I just don't generally care for that, because I don't want to be eaten personally. But besides the bias of me not wanting to be consumed, this woman obviously is from a culture that's respectable. So, see, she was Middle Eastern, she was Indian. Not Native American Indian, but just straight up Indian. And I'm sitting here going, okay, she has this fancy, and she had some keys. You can see some keys at her hip, and they look like they're from a Chrysler. And Chrysler's not very cheap cars. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, what the fuck, and why the fuck does she has an EBT card if she looks like she's that up in the world? So the story rolls on, guys. The story rolls on to something more extravagant, more relevant. So she puts the trust into a random woman who happens to run the photo booth at this Target. She just leaves the carriage right in front of this woman, expecting her to pay attention to the kid. And the woman's not even paying attention to the carriage at all. She's doing her job. She's doing what she's getting paid to do. She's developing photos and putting photos together through the digital prints and all that. She's not even paying attention to the carriage. So she has 2 kids sitting in the carriage, screaming and shouting, having a ball in the carriage, rattling it, almost falling out of the damn carriage. And the woman goes to the bathroom to do what her womanly duties were. I'm guessing because she's pregnant and all that stuff, weak bladder or something of that nature. I don't know at this point. She pays for stuff and all that, so she has her carriage full of groceries, and as well as her materialistic items she has in the carriage. She has her kids sitting there almost unattended, because who the fuck's really paying attention to the kids? You know, some freaking child molester could grab that carriage and just walk out, and that's the end of it. You know, with some extra swag to go along with this. So, what the holy hell is going on today? I understand having some sort of support for your way of living. Everyone needs it, everyone requires it at some times. But, okay, she has this many kids, has this nice clothing and all this stuff, but yet she needs an EBT card. To me, that's a waste, honestly. If she's able to afford that solid 24 karat gold wristband, then she can afford some goddamn groceries on her own. It's stuff like that generally boils my blood slightly, because there's so many people out there right now who are very fortunate to have jobs, who pay their taxes, and all these taxes and all this stuff goes into those said programs, such as the EBT and all these other things that are related to, you know, government assistance. And yet she's taking advantage of the whole fucking system. Now again, I have zero problem with people who come to the country, or go to any country in particular, work their ass off, they earn that EBT card, they really need it for a short period of time till they can get their feet standing up. We're all technically aliens at some point. No, I'm not talking about UFOs or any of that crap. I'm talking about we were all, some point or another, came to this big chunk of island and sadly pushed aside the inhabitants there. Sorry guys, but you guys get the picture here. Where is the standard here for coming to America? It's pretty much at this point a freaking melting pot of solid gold for most people nowadays. And I don't know. I mean, I hear good stories, positive stories, how people come to America, bust their ass. This is like 1930s, where there really was not too much assistance out there. And these folks worked in iron mills, worked in wood mills, worked in, you know, these coal mines and all this coalition, working their asses off just to put a freaking drumstick in their kids' mouths. And I'm talking about literally a drumstick for everybody to eat. You know, people were very less fortunate until now. You got the cost of living going up, money's being productive, and there's like circulation going through the system. And so now you have folks who really don't need the assistance taking advantage of it, while there's others who are trying to get that assistance, who really do need this said income or this extra support for a little while to help them along, but they get denied because of people like that. That's my moral of the story today, guys. I'm sorry if I took 8 minutes to ramble on about this, but that right there is, to me, the most biggest crock of shit I have seen to date. You know, I don't collect off the government. I never want to collect off the government. I just don't see my prerogative ever doing so. You know, I'm very fortunate where I am right now, and at the same time, I know I don't need any extra assistance. I really don't. All I really want is a damn job. I think a lot of people out there want that generally. And for a woman like that, who probably hangs at home and pretty much just kicks up and lives a lavish lifestyle with her EBT card, while everyone else is struggling, just makes me fucking laugh my ass off. I mean, you know, Target full well is not the most cheapest of stores to go to. You know, my brain pops every single time I think about it. But honestly, at the end of the day, I hope everyone out there who does need the extra support gets that eventually, who genuinely needs it. I know a lot of friends as well who don't collect off the government but work super hard-end jobs, and for that I applaud you guys, I applaud you girls, I applaud everybody in general who work their ass off to get what they have. But for people who take advantage of things, they should be ashamed of themselves. But again, I digress. I'm not no big word of it all, because honestly, at the end of the day, I barely have an opportunity at this point, because I'm still hunting and searching to say, you know, I work my ass off, when in reality, the only thing I'm really doing is working hard to try to find that job. That's all. But anyway, guys, thank you all for watching and take care.